Hello everyone, and welcome in Plus Your SOFTECH business. We provide Alfresco training, consulting, and maintenance of the Alfresco ECM. In this tutorial, today I will share with you the lesson number 3 of this model in Alfresco Developers section. This lesson will be about creating a dashlet with retrieving a data from a repository using JavaScript. Last time we saw how to create a simple dashlet, and today we will see how to create a dashlet with retrieving data from repository using a JavaScript and not using a Java-backed web script. Okay, we will see it with the Java script. This lesson will cover some topics. The first topic will be about Alfresco web script overview. Next, web script architecture, web script types, and web script implementation using JavaScript. Alfresco web script. Alfresco web script is a service provides a unique way to programmatically interact with the Alfresco content application server. Web script is a REST fast and powerful option to interact with the content residing in Alfresco repository. Means we use a web script to interact with the content residing in Alfresco repository. Using it provide a RESTful, means using a RESTful. What is a RESTful? RESTful a representational state transfer. Is logic steps for managing data through HTTP till will be displayed. And access to the content means it's provided RESTful to access the content. It's passed on HTTP requests and responses. Web script works like this. HTTP request use HTTP request and responses using RESTful. Using methods, this request and responses using methods such as a get, post, put, and delete. It's used as well URI, uniform resource identifiers, and document types. Web script architecture. Let's have a look on how the web script works. Web script follow MCV or MVC architecture only. This is a schema. This is a schema to see how web script work. So we will follow step by step, and we will understand what this schema try to explain to us. Okay, so you can see these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Number 1, this is the request. So this is the request of your URI. Sorry. So the request come by step 2, enter to controller. We will see what that means: controller, model, view, and all these things. Just remember this schema. So the request go to controller. In the controller, you can manage it or work with the controller using a JavaScript or Java-backed web script. Today we will learn how to use a controller using a JavaScript type. Okay, not a Java-backed web script. So the request come to the controller. After that, the control what it's do. The control go to the services. Take which services depends on needs. After that, it's go to the model. A model, it's a data. We will see with full details what's a model. So from the controller to the services to the data, that data goes after after taking the data, it's displayed using a view. A view, what is a view? It's a free marker. Step 5, step 6. A free marker can be an HTML, Atom, RSS, and JSON. This is type of displaying the view file. Okay, so this is the steps how to data is retrieving or web script architecture in general, web script architecture. So always web scripts work like that. So it will be same for retrieving the data. We will follow the same steps. Okay. So now let's move. Let's move to see what I explained just now in that schema. There is 3 phases in MCV or MVC, sorry, design pattern: request, controller, and response. So as I said, request, controller, and response. We've seen this 3 phases in that schema. Same is the case with the web script. Using URI request will become to the web script. So request will come to the web script, which will be followed to the controller. The controller will deal with the services, and finally it will give the response in desired form. I get. Now let's move to see what is the request. A request is defined in the descriptor file of Alfresco, where you can define arguments which are going to be passed in URI. So a request is defined as a descriptor file, so means we need to create a descriptor file. Okay, so where you can define arguments which are going to pass to in URI. So we understood what is a request. Now let's move to see what is the model. The model is a data structure object passed between the controller and the view. This is the model. It's the data structure object. It will pass from a control to the view, as we see in same schema. The view is the response, means we have request and we have automatically a response. The view is a pre-market template that is responsible for generating the response in HTML, JSON, XML, or anything else. The controller. The controller is a server-side JavaScript or Java class, or it could be both as well. So as I said, and as I told you that today we will work only with the controller of JavaScript. Java-backed web script, we will see it later because it's we need to implement, we need to set up many things, and we will cover this in other lesson. Okay, just today we will focus on web script, and exactly we will work with JavaScript web script. Okay, so as I said, we can work with both as well. Okay, we can work with JavaScript and Java backed, but today I will work with JavaScript. It's responsible for performing the required business logic as per the business requirements, such as creating a content, updating a content, deleting a content from a repository, and executing actions. The controller is responsible to do this requirements business or business requirements, such as creating a content, updating, deleting, all these actions. This is our controller is very important, okay, to manage data. So after processing the business logic, controller populates the model object with the required data. Once this is done, a controller will then forward the request to the view, as we saw it. A web script types. Now let's move to the third topic about web script types. There are two types of web script in Alfresco. The first type is data web scripts, and the second type is presentation web scripts. Means we can use the web script to do two works, okay, two principal works or two types of work. You can use web script for using the data or for displaying the data, or you can use a web script for presentation. What that means? Data web scripts provide an interface to the repository from the client's application to create, retrieve, update, and delete content data in the repository. Means this is what we are trying to do today is retrieving the data from repository. Means we will use a data web script because data web script is retrieving, creating, updating, all that actions is doing by this type of web script. This web script typically sends the response in the format such as XML and a JSON. A second type, presentation web scripts. Presentation web scripts can be used to build the user interfaces such as dashlets or Alfresco Explorer, dashlets for Alfresco Share, or a custom application. This kind of web scripts generally render HTML response. Means this presentation web scripts, as I give an example to create a dashlet. Okay, so today in our example we will use the both type. We will use one type is presentation web script to display a dashlet. Okay, and inside that dashlet we will use data web script for retrieving the data and displaying it in our dashlet, this dashlet that we created just now. Okay, now let's move to the fourth topic about web script implementation using JavaScript. So now we will see or we will learn how to implement a web script using JavaScript. Okay, this is the most, I would say, the bigger work. And this is the most important work or the most important part of this lesson, this fourth topic. Because by this first topic we will be able to retrieve the data from repository using this way JavaScript, not Java-packed web script. Okay, so let's see step by step and we will understand everything. There are two ways in which we can access repository services in Alfresco. First is using Java-backed web script, and another is JavaScript-backed web script. Java-backed web scripts are having more control over all services which Alfresco provides compared to JavaScript-backed web script. Now we will start working with JavaScript-backed web script. As I said, Java-backed has more limits or provides more has more control over all services, okay, in Alfresco, comparing with JavaScript. But we will not cover it today. We will cover JavaScript. For retrieving data from your Alfresco repository, at least you need to create 4 files in your editor as Java Eclipse. I just gave this example JavaScript because I will work with the JavaScript editor. You can have other editors, okay? That's mine, or better to work with the JavaScript editor. Because if you will work with another editors for deploying your files, you need to follow another way, not this way that I will show you today. So better to download and set up this Java Eclipse editor. Okay, the files are, the first file, we saw it last time, is descriptor file. A descriptor file, you can give the name as I gave. For my example, my ID name was test dashlet. You can give any ID name you want. Okay. Dot get dot disk dot xml. These three things will never change. Okay. Just the ID name will change as you wish. What this descriptor file maps the web script URI to the controller. Okay, this is the role of descriptor file. It's mapping the web script URI to the controller. JavaScript file, this is the name that we give to the JavaScript. You can give the ID name. It should be same. Okay, the ID name inside each file will be same. This extension will change .get.js. Okay, .get.js. JS means JavaScript. Okay, this extension should be always like that for JavaScript. Is the controller file. So JavaScript is the controller file. The properties file, this is the name, ID name .get.properties, is used to set the labels of your data. So the properties file, we use it only for setting the labels for our data. We will see how the file will look. Okay. And now let's move to the template file. It's the template file. This is the name and extension. The view file. So we know last time that the template file is the view file or the response file. Let's move to see the path now. So we know that we need for doing this for covering this lesson, we need to create 4 files. Now we need to think where should these 4 files should be, the place, the path of these 4 files. You should create your files following this path. Tomcat. So inside the Eclipse, your Eclipse, you will click on your project. After that, clicking on project, you will click on Tomcat. Tomcat after web apps, share, webinar, classes, Alfresco, sites, web scripts, org, Alfresco, components, and dashlets. Inside the dashlets, this folder, inside it, you will create your 4 files that we just see it now. The descriptor file. Now let's see the codes of each file. The descriptor file, the code will be like this, like we saw last time. A same code, okay? Web script to shorten this, you give the name, the summary, which family you want to use. Me, I want to display or to practice it, or to display my dashlet in the site dashlet. You give a URL as well on the web script tags. Now let's see the code of JavaScript. This is the new for you today, the JavaScript code. So let's understand this code. Okay, what I wrote here. A var name. A var name, I give admin. A name is admin. A model.user equal add name. Var connector remote.connect Alfresco. Var people JSON string equal connector.get API people filter equal name. Var people JSON until object to object people JSON string model.people people JSON people. What you can understand from this code? People, user, Alfresco means our example of today. Sure, I will retrieve data from your repository, but which kind of data? The kind of data that I want to retrieve in this repository, this example, is I want to retrieve some users in my Alfresco. Yeah. I want to retrieve the name, first name, last name, and emails address. Okay, so let's understand well this code. The name is admin. I want the admin, and exactly what I want to retrieve. I want to retrieve only admin user. How can I know that? See, go to this 1, 2, 3, 4, line number 4, and you can see here filter. This kind of word, filter and plus name, my name, what is name? Name, I give admin here, up the first line. So I want to filter only name, only admin, means I want to retrieve data of only admin user in Alfresco. Okay? How to connect this code to Alfresco? See, follow the line number 3, connector, remote.connect. This kind of line means, these lines mean I will connect remote, I will connect to inside Alfresco. Okay, I will connect inside Alfresco. What I will do inside that, I will retrieve the data of this name, means admin, only admin information. Okay. See here, the model.people means all the people on Alfresco. But me, I exactly filter only the name, means only admin. Okay, just one, these 2 lines is just for creating a JSON object from data. Okay, just for JSON object for data. So let's move. These 2 lines are very important to understand. The third and the fourth. So let's move to another file. It's the property file. As I said about the property file is for displaying the label. So I want to display a label inside my dashlet. What is this label called? A title. A title. This title will display in my dashlet as like this. This is the value of my label called title. Hello world title. Okay, 1 minute. I will do like this, and I will change this one because I change it in my card. So I will change the label. Better to do title. See, for not to be confused. Okay, of my dashlet. Better like this because I will display the dashlet, you will be able to see this one, not that, the first one. Okay, just for not to be confused. Yeah, now it's better. So the properties file, I said the label, its title, and the value of my label, its title of my dashlet. Okay, you need to understand that I create this file, property file, only for giving a label. That's it. Now, move to another thing. Now let's see the template file. This is the code of our template file. Let's understand it, okay? So, see a dashlet, okay, I want to create a dashlet, so we write here the class is dashlet, good. After that, the class is title. Let's see now, a title. What I wrote in the property file, title equal, what I wrote, title equal title of my dashlet. This is the value. This is the variable or the label title. Let's see here in our code. See, the title is here. means I want to display the value of this title. Okay, but there is one thing that you should know using JavaScript. When you will use a JavaScript, so you gave a title in JavaScript and you want to display it in a template file. If by this way you need to write this thing, this sign of dollar, this bracket, MSG, and inside this you give your label. Okay, you should always write this kind of code. Dollar bracket MSG and between you give your label. By this way, the value of your label will display. Good. Now I think it's clear. Let's move to the body class body, and what I wrote. See what I wrote here. I give sign dollar between brackets because sign dollar, as I said, is for JavaScript, displaying JavaScript. So inside I give user. So let's speak now about body class. We are going to be inside this tag, and inside the span we will display a message. Inside this span tag, we will display a message in our dashlet. This message will be people in the Alfresco, means we are retrieving people from Alfresco. Okay, so and inside this message we will display this this value dollar user, means the user of this the value of this user. What is the value of this user? As we saw in the GS file, JavaScript file, the user was equal. We wrote model.user equal name, and name is admin. Okay, so we will display the value of this user. We will see how it's look. Okay, means we will display admin. And inside this code means this tag list people as P. Inside this tag, this code we will give us, see, the username, dollar between bracket, the username will display the username, the first name, the last name, and the email. Which email, which name, which file will with this information of whom? Of our user, means of our admin. Okay, because let's see something, because here we wrote name and the name is admin, so this information will be about our admin. Now let's move to see. After that we will see how we deploy and test our we will see how to deploy and test our code. First let's go to C. Where is my Eclipse? Yeah, C. So now I am Eclipse. Let's see how we can practice all these things. Now everything is our minds. We know the steps. We know what we need to do, which kind of file we need to create, where is the path, and what is the code inside each file. Now let's see how we can do that. As I said, you need to follow this path in Eclipse. This is the name of your project. After that, Tomcat web apps. Where is that? I'll show you my full details. So you are in Eclipse. You are in Eclipse, and this is the name of your project. Okay, any name. Okay, it depends about your project. Alfresco, my project name is this one. I click on it. I go to a Tomcat. After that, Tomcat You need to see as well here the path, because the path here is the same as I'm looking here in this column, okay, or in this route. Tomcat, after that web apps, after that Alfresco, after that web apps, after that share. Where is share? Not Alfresco. Web apps, after that share. Here you find share, you click. After share WebNF. So you go, yes. You click on WebNF, classes, Alfresco, site web script. After that, components, site web script. After that, org, Alfresco, components. And after that, you click in the dashlet. So inside this dashlet, by click, so you come here by right button and you click on new after that file and you create your files. Okay, so it's easy. So I create all my files inside the dashlet folder. You can see inside. It's called, as we've seen, test dashlet. See, test dashlet. My descriptor is here. My GS is here. My HTML template FTL is here, and my properties file is here. So same code. You can see in descriptor, if we go to descriptor file, the same code that I shown you on PPT is here. The same JS code is here as well. Okay, and same FTL. FTL file as well is here. And properties the same, and a property file as well is here. Title of my dashlet, title equal title of my dashlet. So I didn't create all these folders with you now because it take much time. Okay, so I created before and I just show you now. So by this way we will move to another thing. Now let's see how we can deploy and test our code. So we create our files now. Let's see how to test and deploy it. Okay, so testing and deploying. Testing and deploying. This time we will use the web scripts. This time we will use the web script refreshing instead of restarting a Tomcat. Last time in my last tutorial, when I created the dashlet, that simple dashlet, I used to refresh using a Tomcat or to restart a Tomcat. Okay, today I will use the second method of web script because our lesson is about a web script. So we will use only web script. We will learn how to refresh our code using a web script. How we can do that? Browse your localhost as follow link. Localhost, share 8080, share service index. Share service index. This is where you want or where you need to go. After that, click on refresh web script button. We will see that. Go to your Alfresco site homepage. Refresh your Alfresco site homepage. Open customize dashboard. Add a new dashlet page. You will be able to see your new dashlet name over there. You can add that on your dashboard. And by this way, you will be able to see your dashlets. Okay, let's move now to see how we can test and deploy our code. So this is the URL that I shown you. localhost 8080 share page index. Okay. It's not page, it's service. You click on that. Oh, I did a mistake. It's page. It's page, not service. I did a mistake. Page/page index. Okay, you click and you click here on a refresh web script. You click on refresh web script. You click on that. It's refreshing. It's taking a little bit of time. After that, as I said, you go to your Alfresco site dashboard. After refreshing your web script, you refresh your link inside your sites, okay? Not inside, not the link of your Alfresco dashboard. No, of the link of your site dashboard, okay? Because this dashlet, as I said, it's for it will display on site dashlet, because our family is site/dashlet, as we wrote in descriptor file. After that, you click in this option, you click on customize a dashboard. Add a dashlet, you click on add a dashlet, and let's see if we will be able to see your dashlets or not. Customize yeah, test dashlet is here. So you take it, you drag and drop it here, wherever you want, column 1 or column 2. It's depend the design of your dashboard. Okay, you click OK. And let's see what will be displayed. Oh, it's displaying. See, now this is our dashlet. See, title of my dashlet. This is the label. The label, our label is displaying here in our dashlet. Good. The first message is displaying inside people in the Alfresco, and after that is displaying admin. Admin is the user that we want to display. Admin. And administrator Mahdi, admin, this one alfresco.com. What that means, that this is the information of our user or admin user is displaying here. We will see. Let's return to Eclipse and we will understand well what we did. See, the name, filter name, we want to display admin. So admin is displaying. And what is the information of admin? See, we want a first name, last name, and email address of that admin is displaying. And this user, dollars in the sign of dollar and between bracket is user, is admin. People in Alfresco, under that we see displaying admin, and under that we see displaying the information of our admin. This is everything is displaying correctly. So good. If you understood these steps and you understood the steps and everything is clear for you, means now you need to practice it. And if you will practice it and you will be able to see your dashlets with retrieving the data in this dashlet, means you became expert one in Alfresco development. Not totally expert one, but you do a very good job. So I think that everything it's clear now. I should tell you that this lesson is completed. We completed together. So thank you for watching, and for more lessons, please visit plusyoursoftech.com. The URL is given below in the description. Thank you and see you.